He's been making us laugh for years with his hilarious stand-up and, of course, his sitcom, The George Lopez Show, and his late-night talk show. Now he's bringing the funny back with his new show, St. George on FX.
Yes.
So, the show is called St. George.
St. George.
You're here as witnesses to my will. You're also in charge of my end-of-life decision, so let's start with my do not resuscitate order. When to pull the plug?
Pull the plug? I'll kick the plug out.
Are you a saint,
No,
George?
I'm not.
Yeah?
I'm not anywhere near a saint, Brian. I've made a tremendous amount of mistakes, and I'm learning from them. But you know, you don't become a saint until you die.
Right.
So my road to sainthood is cleaned up. I don't think anybody want to live like a saint, but I've had some tremendous times, and I'm better now than I was a month ago.
Yeah. Well, and I think the key is that you're a good sport about yourself. I mean, you just went on Ellen. You talked about this incident in Canada. You're a fun-loving guy, and you are willing to make fun of yourself.
You know, fun-loving is great. You know, fun-loving is great. People go out and they have drinks and they go listen to music, and you know, alcohol it enhances your senses, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can make music sound better. It can make people look better. It can make you more confident.
Right.
But it also can, you know, destroy you. It can destroy your relationships, and it can destroy your health, and it can destroy your thing. I drank at an early age and was never really honest with myself, even though, you know, I heard people around me with it, that you would say, you know, he'll get over it, or they'll get over it, and like that. But you know, what happened in Canada made me really take an honest look at my relationship with alcohol, which had never been good. And I'll tell you this, alcohol will win every time.
Yeah.
So realizing that, I have not had a drink since I got up. I think it's a better story.
Yeah.
That since I got up, I haven't touched a drop of alcohol, nor do I want to.
Yeah.
And I've had a great time without it.
I think one of the interesting things, though, too, is you kind of own who you are in your life and your path and your mistakes. And do you think that you also, by doing so, disarm all of kind of controversy that comes with that sort of thing?
Well, listen, there have been a lot of entertainers who have been in worse situations than I have.
Totally.
And you know, I've seen a lot, I've known a lot of guys, and what any publicist will tell you, and it works in life. You don't even have to be famous. If you have done something wrong, get in front of it.
Yeah.
You know, own it, say I'm sorry. It works in relationships, it works in Hollywood. Just get in front of it, take the teeth out of it, take the claws out of it, and then you don't have a story.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's embarrassing to me. But also, I'm a comedian, so you use it for what all the great comedians have used it for, and material. But if it happens again, Brian, then I look sad. And
we're all human.
And I don't want to look sad. I am human, but I don't want to look like I'm not in control of myself.
You draw upon your life for comedy. I mean, comedy is based in real life. How do you get back in touch with, you know, the George Lopez that wasn't the mogul that you are now? Is it hard to be in touch with the kind of real life that many people relate to?
Well, I'll tell you, you know, I've been doing stand-up a long time. And I've questioned really, like, who am I away from stand-up and away from the show? And, you know, you meet people, but you meet them around entertainment. So, you know, that's a really good question, because, you know, if you can't have all your friends be people that you work with, or people in show business, or you can't surround yourself with people that always work for you.
Right.
So I think, you know, if you look at actors, they struggle a little bit. They struggle with, you know, behavior sometimes, and they struggle with, you know, drinking or drugs or things that they do, because that, when you strip away what you've created and what everybody knows you for, and your humanity's left, sometimes people have a hard time with the loneliness of that, or the travel of it, or the ability to have everything you want. I mean, I used to go to bars, and the guy'd be cleaning the glass like you see in the movies, and he'd go, "We're closed," and he'd look up and he goes, "We're open." You know, so when you achieve a certain amount of success, nothing is ever closed. You know, you can go to any restaurant you want, you can go to any club you want, you can get a drink at any hour, you can have people do things for you that they wouldn't do for anybody else. And it's in that that kind of gap where a lot of people fall. You
obviously do a lot of press, you do a lot of interviews. Is there some sort of subject line that you just are tired of talking about? Are you tired of being considered this kind of comic, or having this kind of history?
Well, the alcohol thing is getting a little bit of a pain in the ass. You know, I've answered it 100 times, so it is getting a little bit, and it's listen, unfortunately, since I had my mishap, other celebrities have.
Right.
So let's move on to them. No,
and they always say today's headline is tomorrow's birdcage line.
Absolutely. And with TMZ and social media, you get in trouble, man, and an hour later it's somebody else.
Right.
It scrolls information by the second.
Yeah. In a way that could be a good thing.
The hardest, I'll tell you, you want a long week when you're on the cover of the Star or the Enquirer, and that thing is out there in every market.
A week.
It is the longest week of your life.
Do you avoid the magazines or do you read them?
Well, if I'm on the cover, I wouldn't want to look at it.
Right. But do you read the magazines or do you say I'm not going to look?
No, I don't read them. Because I know that I know firsthand that a lot of that stuff in there. I can't say all of it, but a lot of it is made up.
Well, you have like 2 million Twitter followers, right?
Yes.
So you have a huge fan following. Is there comfort in the fact that the masses, the audience that you're actually speaking to, you're making them laugh, you're making them happy?
You know where the comfort is? The comfort is in not trying to make everybody happy, but in taking care of myself.
That's fantastic.
That's where the comfort is. Because if you start living for other people or start living to make other people happy, then you have no shot.
It's no way to live.
So to be able to stand on stage and say the things that I want to say, to be able to do St. George and write the things that I want to write, and to be able to own your mistakes, the good and the bad, is a place that I wish more people would get to.
Great. Why is it called St. George?
Because it's a guy who's trying to do better every day of his life, and he's trying to connect and at the end of his life become a saint.
And
I was born on the day of St. George.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That's why my name is George.
Well, we can catch St. George Thursday nights at 9 p.m. on FX, and more videos like this one right here on AOL.com.